Yeah.
It works in mysterious ways.
So I got some clarities about us.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about what you saw during that experience of eye gazing and during the eye gazing part of the meditation. What was it?
During the eye gazing part, felt like our higher selves were communicating, and just like it was really beautiful. It was really supportive to one another, and it was acknowledging where we've missed the mark with each other, and supporting each other, and loving each other. And then my eyes started glazing, and your face started morphing, and I was like, so who was it to me in a past life? Because I've always wondered that, and I knew that I'd know when the time was right. And your face started morphing, and you developed a mustache, and you became a little smaller, and your eyes just a little bit more squintier, and you were probably about 10 to 15 years older. And I was like, okay, so that's what he looked like in my past life. What is that? Who is he? And I knew it was somebody meaningful, but not necessarily a parent or a lover, which is usually what happens to me. I'm always finding my parents and lovers. It was like, stop it already. That was past life.
Very busy soul in the past life.
But I thought that you were my sensei. And you taught me, I was your apprentice, and you taught me Kenjutsu, which is really funny because that martial arts guy taught Kenjutsu, and that like just sort of awoke this whole like, sword for me, you know. And like this weekend I was able to dance for the first time with a sword, and my eyes were closed during most of the whole time, and it was the most natural, flowy martial arts / belly dance, just soul infusion. So I knew that that there was a past life connection, but I hadn't made it, and you were there. And I got that in that life you were very wise, and you taught me the discipline, and I was like a son for you. So you taught me the discipline, and you taught me the modality, but you were very stuck within that yourself, in that even though your own experiences were outside of that box, you still, out of lineage and respect for the lineage, forced yourself to stay conformed. And I saw that in this life you have allowed that to burn through, and I saw this.
Like the opposite.
Yeah, I saw this image of a phoenix, but still, the outline of his being was fire, and sort of like fly and perch up onto this tree, and just like, and just still use like the content within yourself is still the same. But it's the liberty and freedom that you've allowed to burst through, and it's now you're living through your passion. Yeah, that's really cool.
All that in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And I got some stuff for me too.
Good.
I was like, well, because the question came up like, well, like, my soul has taken so many permeations, like, what has remained constant? Like, I choose a different form in each life, and each form goes to support the lessons that I'm there to learn in that particular life. But what has been the one constant thing? And I got the shape of my eyes. That's been the one constant thing. It's pretty cool.
You're welcome. Thank you. One of the things I've recognized, and we're doing something a little bit different for those of you who are joining us online, actually, talking about chi and energy in a different way. And what's amazing to me is how the energy shows up to reveal to us a certain level of truth about ourselves. And as much as you received the memories of a past life association, which resonates very strongly with me in terms of our association, have been informed by others who have had very specific memories about me, especially in Asian culture, whether it's a Japanese culture or Chinese culture.
I got it was Japan.
And being a sensei or a teacher or master, I've felt that, good morning, that role I feel for myself very many times, which is why, again, in incarnation into teaching and facilitating and sharing a broad range of things and modalities, despite the fact that I've resisted it very, very much so up until the recent few years. You're going to say something?
Yeah, that just brought up this this point that came up. The fact that you, like in this lifetime with me, you finally broke through a block that you had within yourself, which was that the student could never be the master of the master. Like that there still was that hierarchy, and that you could never allow the student to become master over you. But it is in allowing the transition to take place that you actually fully just went into that Pheonyx transformation and broke through that pattern for yourself. And you're still the master. I still learn from you. You will always be my sensei.
One of the things that we are becoming to realize more and more, and as we break down certain hierarchies of understandings of traditional roles versus the roles that we're moving into as beings, is that every student actually is a master and every master is a student. That there is really no difference between the two, except for in a level of consciousness or awareness where one being is at that moment. And I had the opportunity to speak this weekend with an amazing teacher in his own abilities and modalities, mostly in the martial arts and within the health realm of, works at a gym or a training center, and was listening to him speak about how he has been living with his students who have been amazing teachers and masters for him in many ways. The dichotomy and the shift, we're doing something a little different this morning, we're having a conversation about energies and about how this life force energy is really presenting itself and representing itself on the planet. Eric, correct.
And Lisa.
So one of the things that came up for me, we did an eye gazing meditation right before you came, so about 10 minutes. We turned off the music and we just sat and gazed into each other's eyes to see what would show up for each of us. And it's a very powerful practice if you've never done it. And Elisa had her experience in terms of what she saw. She received some memories or some visions and thoughts and ideas about our relationship together. And the thing that I saw was an amazing gift that I just recently was able to see was I saw your aura.
Yay!
And I'm a person that has felt energy for a very, very long time. You know, I would dare say all my life I felt it on some level. And I've been able to intuit people's emotional place simply by feeling them out. They could say completely opposite, and I know it's not true. It's just I can read their energy. And body language and so on and so forth is another form of reading. But what I really got to see today, and within that 5 or 10 minutes, was this light that extended out from you. And it wasn't huge. I didn't get like the full breadth of it, but I did start seeing it, and then part of me wanted to avoid getting too excited about it, because it's only the second time that I've actually really seen one, and the first one was recently, over this past a weekend. And how I know that it was different was because the aura colors were different. So the first one I saw was green. This one, yours actually is showing up yellow today.
Really?
And so, you know, and what does that mean, and so on and so forth. And so I was listening and asking my higher self and intuition about what does the color yellow, what does a vibration of yellow stand for. And of course you can go online and look up what's Google, what's yellow, maybe you already know. But it's interesting now when we, so it was interesting to see how, and you actually kind of lightened up in terms of your physical form. There was this glow and this really bright light that started emanating almost from your skin.
Oh,
and I was like, you know, and for a minute I thought, okay, the sun's shining in a little bit stronger, you know, things are happening, but I looked over, no, the sun rays are over there, they're not on her. And I'm like going, interesting, you know, I'm making a conscious awareness of what I'm observing, and that's really what it's about. You know, when we work into our consciousness, when we work into the process of awakening and getting in tune with how energy flows through everything. You know, it's in our thoughts, it's in our physical form, it's certainly, you know, a part of our essence and who we are. When we really get in tune to observing, being within the witness state of how energy flows through life, and that's how we're experiencing it right now, in the light. It's amazing what more shows up. And then we are able to tap in. It's like connecting with that higher self. You know, like you said, our higher selves were, you know, communicating, our souls, our energies. We didn't have to say any words. We were sitting there giggling and looking at each other. And there's a lot of communication through the eyes, a lot of communication through the heart. And then all of this other stuff was happening at the same time. And so it was really, really interesting, because then I started to receive, well, this means that, and that means this, and so on and so forth. And
So what'd you get?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
So, and then there was an opportunity where I heard myself, I heard something within me say, share this energy with her, information, if you would, without words. And so I asked her permission if I could share some energy with her, something with her. And she said, of course, as long as it's with love. And I said, always. And so all of a sudden, you know, I took a deep breath, and I just kind of held my hand up kind of like as a disc, kind of like a directional disc, and I just held that, and I sent this energy that was actually coming down. I could feel the vibrations coming down through the crown and coming up from the root. What we do in QiGong, when we're pulling up the mother energy and pulling down the source energy. And it just kind of flowed out like this little kind of stream of water, and I'm not really sure what her response was. She did smile a bit. She had her eyes closed. So I sensed that she was feeling something. And I was paying attention to the energetic, the vibration, the color vibration, and it shifted. It changed on me slightly.
What did it do?
It went to like a bluish purple. So
Yes! That's awesome! That means I went from mind focus and logic and
yes.
to...
Yes. So there you go. She has a very real response to what I was seeing. And I could tell in her body even and then she offered me a return, and I felt it, and I had my own experience around that. So it's interesting when we're living within the realm of understanding chi, of understanding energy, prana, reiki, life force. And when you allow yourself to just simply be, and our mind is the biggest tool, and also the greatest barrier to really experiencing it. That's what I said a couple of weeks ago when if you were in class, I think you were, I said your mind will be the thing that will allow you to tap into, but it also can be the thing that can destroy your practice. Because it's the thinking process, the overthinking process, the overanalyzation process, and not being able to go into that higher mind, or what I like to call the no mind state, where you're engaging your mental mind, your physical mind, simply by a practice of observation. simply by going, the mind leads the chi, right? Because it can be a little confusing. You're like going, well, how can your mind be, you know, the thing that can keep you from experiencing the practice to its fullest? When you say the mind leads the chi, then chi, you know, wherever the mind goes, the energy flows. Well, it's simply a directional process. It's simply of basically turning that awareness inward, all around, and then extending it out. But it's not a thinking process. That's the interesting fact. It's simply an awareness. It's a consciousness. It's like I'm going to make an intention to turn my focus and my awareness in. Not think about it. Just do it. And when I do that, then I get to observe through the mind process, because the mind connects. It's the interpretation, you know, it's the computer for this body. It takes all the information, analyzes it, processes it, and says, ooh, that feels good, that doesn't feel good, so on and so forth. Ooh, I like that, I want more of that. Ooh, I don't like that, please take that away. Mm-hmm. So it's the thoughts that just simply flow through, but it's an awareness, it's overall, it's consciousness. It's the best way to say it is simply consciousness about what's going on within the mind. It's like watching a river flow down. And if you've ever been, or a waterfall, you know, you can experience the flow of a river or waterfall simply by being there, closing your eyes, listening, observing, hearing, watching the water flow by, not even thinking. Thinking would be, I wonder where that originates. Wow, that's really interesting how that all falls over there, and then, that's a thicker side over there, and ooh, that rock over there is kind of cool. It's like, you know, I wonder how that rock got there. I wonder how old is that rock? Then you take yourself out of the experience of consciousness, and you get yourself into the experience of analyzing and thinking. Not a right or wrong, simply a different experience. And then you go, I'm thinking way too much about this. Let me just be and experience this. And then what happens is a shift in your awareness, a shift in your consciousness, a shift in the energy comes together. You feel the connection with the river. You smell, you begin to smell and see and hear things you otherwise, if your mind is thinking about all these things, you would otherwise miss altogether. And it's an amazing process, and it's something as much as you can do out there as you can do within a single 10-minute moment. Less than that, actually. It was more like 7 or 8, where we just sat and we observed, and then we connected, and we didn't really think, but we allowed our mind process to filter it through our many experiences that are buried down deep within this physical mind, as well as the higher mind that's connected to our heart. So it's really amazing.
Yeah, and you saw that visually. Like the proof was beyond just experiential. You visually saw the shift within me.
Exactly.
Yellow is very much about the logical mind, and it's very much about filtering things through and being analytical, and with all that information coming through, I was doing that, but also like this whole weekend I've been in that mode. But when you allowed me to just sit and receive and be and experience, that shift in awareness manifested itself in bluish purple.
And you had an automatic energetic shift, which you knew on a higher level, one that your mind didn't have to completely understand and or even create. But here's the point of all of that, and I think you had something too there. Did you want to say something a little bit more?
Well, it's like that important. The biggest thing for me is identification. I just want to try to identify things. It's just, I think that's just repeating what you said.
Yeah. Identify. I use the word discernment. It's being able to discern the difference between what it is that you're thinking and what it is that you're being, or what it is that you're intending and what it is that you're creating. Huge differences in terms of those little semantics of words. You know, being, doing, saying, thinking. What do they really mean? Because they mean different things for different people. But when you simplify it, when you discern it down into the mind, the body, and the spirit, and how energy is presented through all of those in their various and beautiful different ways, remove judgment. That's the biggest obstacle in terms of, when I say thinking, I really mean judging. Because that's what most people do when they're thinking. They're judging something. They're judging something as either good or bad or right or wrong. Or red, or pretty or ugly, or so on and so forth. And yet all of those things could be observed equally as well without any, the next thing about judgment is that you have to have an attachment to one side or the other. But when you're in an observation mode of understanding how energy flows through everything, through your thoughts and through your body and through your higher self, you begin to go, it's happening for a reason, therefore that must make it, what's the word, right. You know, I use that word very loosely. But if it wasn't happening now, then it wasn't meant to be, and vice versa. If it's happening now, it's exactly what's supposed to happen. Now the next question is, how did I create this experience? Or how did I participate in co-creating this experience? And we create by either doing or allowing. Now we're getting pretty big, but it's very important. I went to the dance church yesterday. Didn't make it as early as I wanted to, and I wanted to be there for a few reasons. One, I wanted to be there to dance, but two, I was here helping set up. Three, I wanted to be able to make sure that we were able to make the announcement for the day, and so there were many different reasons. And on the way there, I was like, what am I doing? I'm going to be showing up there late. You know, people, I'm not really kind of in the integrity of the space. You know, I missed most of the dance, 90%. I'm going to walk in the last few minutes. And I'm going to make this announcement. This was my thinking mind. What's right? What's wrong? Is this ethical? So on and so forth. Is there sincerity in my efforts? Am I self-serving it? Am I serving the center in a way? Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. All of these thoughts went on. And then finally, there was even a point where I was like, I'm just going to turn around. Screw it, I'm just going to turn around. But then I asked my higher self, what do I need? What do I most? What is this serving? What purpose is this? Don't think about it. Feel it. And in my heart of hearts, in my body, I wanted to be there. I wanted to be there sooner. I had, for whatever reason, I needed to be here at 5 in the morning then. Show up anyway is one of the things that I say. Just show up and see what happens. If you're feeling like you need to go there, then go. And I got there right on the last wave, right towards the tail of the last wave, where people were already lying on the floor and people were doing their slow body movements, and the music was very slow, and I could walk into the room and it was like, wah, wah. I was like, whoa. First thing I thought was, I need this. I am so glad I'm here. And I got to the table, the sign-up table, and I sat. I took my shoes off and I just sat on the floor. And I absorbed that energy for about a good 5 to 10 minutes. And I got into the place that I needed to get into. I said, so what if you weren't here for the last hour and 15, 20 minutes? You're here now. And you're feeling the effects of all of these beings who set up the space, who moved the energy, who were clearing things out. And then I moved into I saw a couple people, I moved into the closing circle, and I shared, you were there, I shared what I said. And I said, you know what, there's a part of me that didn't want to come because I had missed so much, but I know that I'm right exactly where I'm supposed to be at any given time. And an emotion came up for me that allowed me to process how much I love this community, how much I love what goes on, despite the fact that I may be called out of it very, very soon. In fact, that's true, that I do feel it. And so I'm working within the energies of myself to go, where is it that I need to be? Where is it that I'm desiring to be? Where is it that the universe wants me to be present in any given moment? And what I said in the talk, in my little sharing, was, I wish I could just split myself physically into about 5 different people so I could just go out and experience it all. In all the different places.
You've
Physically.
done that over 500 times.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
But I was able to be there, and there was an emotional charge that came, emotions, energy, emotion, something that I needed to be in, even for 5 or 10 minutes. And that's where I think we're going right now, is that you're able to shift everything within a very short amount of time. And it's all about creating the intention. 3 steps. Coming up, it's come to me a few times, but the 3 steps to complete health, wholeness, healing. 3 steps. intention, attention, and retention. That's all. Intention is the mind process. We do it in the Qigong every single day. We do it in the conversation that I lead in the morning, and we're going on a little bit long, and people are going out, probably going, where's the Qigong? We're already doing it. We're moving this energy and path away simply through a conversation, through our thoughts, through ideas. If we still want to move it physically, we can. But we can still get to where we need to go, and sometimes we have to go in a specific direction or path in order to get there. So the intention is created with the mind. It is, what is it that I believe? What is it that I want to have possible in my life? Too many people I've seen, and me being one of them personally, where I have said, no, that is not acceptable to me. I'm going to change that, and my intention is to change that so that it serves my greatest and highest good, and so that I vibrate at a level of health, perfect health and wholeness. So that's the first step in the mind. That's when we say create the intention, create the asking, put it in a statement, put it in a question, shout it out, scream it out, whatever you need to do, but claim it as not only the purpose, but the possibility, not the probability, but the most likely possibility, because everything is possible. Probable goes into the next step, and that's attention. How much attention in your day-to-day actions, in the words that you speak, in the direction by which you point your compass in order to achieve that. For someone, for example, very simple, my intention is to quit smoking because I don't believe that smoking is very healthy for me. I believe whatever it is out there that says, and by the way, I have an addictive nature, and I smoke way too much. My body doesn't feel good. It's telling me blah, so on and so forth. So my intention is to quit smoking. There. I believe it's possible to quit smoking. I've seen too many other people do it. Even my buddy who's been smoking twice as long, 40 years than me, has quit cold turkey. I believe I can quit smoking. But the attention is followed through with what's in our heart, what's in our actions, our words, what is actually truly moving us towards that. Because if I say I'm going to quit smoking, and then I go out this afternoon and I buy another pack of cigarettes and say, I'll just hold on to these just in case. You just cancel your order. Because you don't believe it not only to be probable, but not even possible in this moment. Because if you did, you wouldn't even need the pack of cigarettes as a backup. Not saying that the attention part is easy. In fact, the intention part is super easy. People can say all day, I want, and I need, and I hear it all the time. But it's the attention to words, actions, movement, and feelings. But feelings really kind of tie into the third step, and that's retention. So attention has to align with your intention. Anytime an attention process misaligns, you basically, it doesn't mean you cancel it out fully, completely, because maybe that person has bought that pack of cigarettes and literally puts it in a box, never even opens up, and it just provides them with a sense of security and safety. It doesn't necessarily mean, but once the minute they break and they take it, what do they get to do? They get to start all over again. But it's the judgments around that. Okay, didn't work this time, let it go. I'm going to try it again next time. I'll try it again in the future. Or maybe they'll get to the point going, you know what, I'm okay with smoking. I honor it. I love it, I present it. I'm going to cut back, I don't need to smoke as much as I do. Whatever. There's many, many ways to be healthy and whole, but it's about honoring where you are. And the retention is the part where we tap into the vibrational understanding of higher frequency emotions. Retention is about really feeling the overall it's gratitude. It is being thankful for the opportunity. When you receive the synchronicities, when you go, oh my God, I created the intention to smoke. It has been 2 weeks and I haven't even craved a cigarette. Or I've craved it, but I haven't picked it up. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for my friends for holding me accountable. Thank you to the people that are basically, an interesting class it is. Good morning.
Yeah, I made it.
You did. Perfect timing.
That's what I'm talking about.
So it is about holding on. I say the other thing that I say is gratitude is the glue. And that's what I mean. How do you retain perfect health and wholeness? It is being able to say at every given moment, I thank my ability to create. I thank my ability to create intention for my greatest and highest good. And to work with the universal energies that are supporting that. I thank my awareness, my attention to that mind doing right words, right action, right thoughts in order to support all. And then when we receive the results of it, would you come over here, Mr. Forrest? Thank you. We're having a beautiful, well, I'm sharing a conversation. We're having a little talk this morning, doing something a little differently. We're moving some chi in a different way.
Okay, so missed the meditation.
Yeah, and
the
we've
QiGong
been,
yet happened?
we've been not, well, we're happening, it's happening right now,
Okay.
just in a different way. So, it's really about that. And then holding the retention of all things is basically being in that place of gratitude. Letting go of judgment of anything, even going, man, I'm awesome, you know, that's great. Give yourself gratitude in that. But really staying within that place of humility and gratitude and thankfulness. I've seen it move powerful because once you move to that point, the things stick around. The health, the body, the mind, all of those things are working in right and perfect order. You will see how other things all around that connected to that, other people experience and so on and so forth will come into experience. And it just grows. And it grows beautifully. And then what do you get to do? You get to create a new intention. You get to provide new awareness, new attention to it, and then you get the ability to retain that as well. It's going back to, we will always repeat the same process over and over again until we get the lesson. So the question is, what is the lesson? What is the lesson? What is the desire? What is the purpose? For this chi, for this energy, for these people, energetic body being. For this place, energetic body being. For this planet, energetic body being. For me, energetic body being. And then you get to experience it on so many amazing and beautiful levels. But we're constantly moving through the process. And so someone like you, for example, you know, like you said, I know, I was listening, I was paying attention to the energy. And listening to the higher self, listening to things. Let's sit down and let's do some eye gazing. Let's see what shows up. Don't know exactly. But I know on a level the intention is to help heal and to help support. And all of that happens beautifully. And you've got a beautiful connection. You got some recognition from the association of our souls. And I got to see your aura change in a different way. And then we have these two beautiful, beautiful beings that have walked in. Sure. Yeah. So any questions around that? Do you have any? Good morning.
Yeah.
Afternoon.
Yeah, it's true. Back a couple of minutes.
Yes. So, well, let's do some qigong. So just to count, we're talking about energy and flow and moving energies and healing and the three-step process that came to me over recent times. So, and I was waiting on you, so kept talking and talking and talking. I knew you were going to come. I did not want to start the qigong until Forrest got here. So, it's I feel some interesting energies today. So I kind of, what is that? All kinds of interesting noises. All right. So let's do some stuff. Let's so that's we'll leave that. That's recorded, by the way, and so if you want to hear that again, it doesn't know on my stream YouTube. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for your sharing and being willing to play with the energies in that way. So take a deep breath. And come to center. We are all in the right and perfect place at the right and perfect time at any given time at any given space. through perfectly through every human experience, and through every human being. We allow our energies to come to this space and align, settle in. Just be. And exhale out. So let's start with a little bit of breathing. We'll do the full 360, which is deep breathing process, raising the energy up a little bit, and then we'll start moving we'll move into some standing qigong. So, were you here when I did this before, when I introduced this last week? Where we did the 3 minutes for 60 seconds, or the 3 sets for 60 seconds, and we'll catch on quickly after that. So, and Elisa, were you there? Okay, so we'll just go through the basics of it. Essentially what we'll do is, it's a deep, if you're familiar with tumo breathing, and we actually did the breath during the breath work. So it's a modification of deep breathing, and so for 3 minutes, 3 sets of 60 seconds, we will breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. So it looks like this. Okay, so in through the nose, out through the mouth. At the same time, visualizing energy coming in, breathing in the breath. The breath is chi, prana, life. Our bodies need it to survive, and it supports these energetic beings. So breathing in through the third eye, between the third eye and the crown, pulling the breath down all the way into the lower dantian. So between the first and second chakra. Exhaling as the breath is coming out of the mouth, visualizing energy flowing up and out through the lower dantian. And then back up again on the in-breath and out on the exhale. So it is and just visualizing this circular flow of energy flowing in through the upper dantian and out through the lower dantian. So I'll set the pace. It'll do it at basically the pace that I showed you for the first 60 seconds. Then we'll take about 15, 20 seconds to allow the energies to do what they do. And then we'll start up again. We'll quicken the pace a little bit, and then we'll triple the pace. So it'll just be 3 minutes and just keep going. So go ahead and prepare your mind by letting everything go. You have the instructions, and then just trust the process. Prepare the body by relaxing the shoulders, hands, sitting firmly in the lotus position, or however it is. Good. You can do this either eyes open or eyes closed. It's your choice. Just visualize as you breathe in and exhale out through the lower dantian. All right. So exhale out completely and begin. Really deep breathing, full body breath, expanding the whole core, breathing deep into the spine. Good, staying together. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Visualizing that circle, breathing in that light through the upper, between the third eye and crown, and exhaling out and over and around. Good. Keep going. Deep. Out. 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 5 more seconds. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Breathe in. Hold it. On your next in breath, squeeze, pressing all of that energy, like pushing it down towards the sacrum, towards the tailbone, and slowly release, like seeping air out of a balloon. Until it's all exhaled and just go into normal breathing pattern. Allow the energy to just flow. So in the second set, we're going to take it up a little bit faster. Now, I want you guys to really get into this. That first set was kind of like that. I mean, really pull this breath in. It's like fire, it's like lion, it's, you know, so, and it's pulling this breath, like deep breath in, pulling it into the belly, exhaling it out. So on this next two sets, really get deep into the breath. This is chi, this is energy, this will move things as well and step up. Alright, so we'll take it up a little bit faster, a little double pace. So just follow me as I begin. Exhale out, exhale all the air out completely. And begin. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Good. Keep going. In, out, in, out. Stay together. In, out, in, out, in, out. Visualizing that circle in breath on the way through the upper dantian and out to the lower, circling around and up, in, out, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it on the last. Breathe, hold it, press, squeeze, tighten the muscles, tighten the chest, squeeze it all the way down to the base of the spine, press it into the heels, to the toes, and slowly release. Just go into normal breathing. See if you can recognize the increase of energy flow, perhaps some vibrations happening along the spine or within certain areas of your body. Do it one more time. So this will be a triple pace. It'll look and sound like this. Keep going, go strong, go deep. It's only 60 seconds you can do. Put it together. Right. Exhale out, exhale out. And begin. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Good, keep going, go deep. In, out, 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 in, out. Going great, just a few more seconds. Visualize that circle. In, out, in, out, in, out. 5 more. 3, 2, 1. In, hold it. Squeeze, press all the way from the chest down to the base of the spine. Send this energy now into toes, into feet, into ankles, into the earth. Up towards the crown as you release. Seek it out. Resume one breath. How do you feel?
Okay.
Good. We got time for about half an hour worth of QiGong. You up for it? Some totally awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Shake out the fingers and the hands. Slowly come to your mat, your feet on the mat. Especially if you're still a little vibrational and hyper-oxygenated. I have that. Yeah, that's like a modified version of mine.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Showed me how much fun that one is.
It is, it is. All right. So now we'll just allow this energy to continue to flow through. It's just basically, it's kind of like opening up the valves on the water source. And then we'll begin to tap in and flow this energy in a very beautiful way through our form. We'll finish get to maybe about 2 or 3 times. So, exhale out and allow this to go ahead and ground your feet into your mat. The weight is centered on the space at the base, space right below the ball of the feet called the bubbling well. So lean forward on the toes on the ball of the feet, lean back on the heels, and then find that center. Knees are soft. Slight bend in the knees. Hips relaxed and square towards the front. Shoulders down and back. Chest forward. Arms relaxed. Fingers dangling towards the earth. Chin is level with the floor. Gaze is forward. Crown of the head towards the center. Take a deep breath in. We're going to move through the grounding and tethering relatively fast. It's a great part about the 360 breath, full 360 breath, full 360. So is that we kind of go ahead and what we would normally do in this early process is take several breaths at a time. So now that we're opening up the base and the crown, bring your awareness down to the base of your spine, to the root chakra. Take a deep breath in, breathing into the base of the spine. See the color red expand. Bringing your awareness, intention and untension, and as you exhale, allow this energy to expand out towards the hips. Take a deep breath in, expanding this energy out even further, like turning up the lights on a dimmer switch. And as you exhale, begin to visualize roots, like roots of a tree, expanding from front and back, left and right. Inhaling, increasing the chi, the awareness, the wherewithal, and as you exhale, extend, sending those roots down the legs, into the knees, into the calves, into the bubbling well, connecting with the mat. Inhale again, deep breath in. Be where you are. Relax the arms. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale now, send all of those roots down into the floor and subfloor, space below, tapping into the energy of the earth as you move into the ground and the soil, the rock. Visualize the heart center of the planet, the energy, the great heart, the energy center, guide. Continue to extend those roots down and around. Feel that energy rise up through that network of earth systems up. Thousands of miles. As you inhale, pull it in and up through that roots. Into the floor, mat, feet, ankles, knees, thighs, into the base of your spine. Allow this energy to just extend and expand. Bring your awareness now to your crown chakra. See the color white. As you inhale deep into Exhale out and extend this energy now as a beam of light towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Take a deep breath in, increasing the light, turning up the light, the level of light. And as you exhale, send that beam now through ceiling, roof tiles, clear space above. See that pinpoint of light, that star on the farthest edge of the universe. See it in your mind's eye. The mind meets the chi. Where the mind goes, the energy flows. Star represents your higher self, your connection to all that is, the infinite mind, the ability to create, destroy, and recreate. Connect with that star as you inhale, increasing the light level to its highest wave, and exhale, extend this light now, connecting with that star, passing through all the benevolence of the great universe. So we call this energy in. Be acknowledged and pull it in as you breathe in, visualize pulses, wailing. Going down that shaft through sky, through roof tiles, through beams, ceiling, and into the crown of your head. Take a deep breath in and pull it down and allow it to extend out towards the shoulders. Good. We'll pull this energy now into center. So this is a tapping in, extending internal energy into external and universal, calling it into practice, and now we bring it into the middle and we begin to move it. So on the next 3 breaths, you'll breathe up and down simultaneously from root and crown. One level up to the sacral chakra and down to the third eye, and so on and so forth until we reach the heart. So 3 breaths. Exhale out completely. Awareness on the root, awareness on the crown. Breathe in, breathe up, and breathe down. See the colors orange and violet expand at sacral and third eye. Exhale and allow it. Fill in those spaces. Inhale again, rising this energy up from root and down from crown into solar plexus and throat. See the colors yellow and blue. Release it and allow it to expand. And full awareness now on the heart chakra. See the color green as you breathe in, breathe up, breathe down, pull it into the heart. The meeting of divine mother and father represented in you. And allow this energy on your exhale and inhale to just expand, flow out to shoulders, elbows, wrists. And on the next inhale, bring the hands together to a palm-to-palm connection at the middle dantian. Open up the elbows. Fingers wide. Inhale, expand, expanding this energy, pulling on this chi as you exhale, press. Now sending all that energy from heart space down shoulders, elbows, wrists, and hands. Let's do it again a few more times. Inhale out. Exhale, press. Fully grounding every breath now is breathing up and down from root to crown into the heart chakra, and as you exhale, pressing again towards the center. Go ahead and create your personal intention here. What is it that you want out of your practice? What is it that you want to receive today? Create it in your mind, in your physical mind, in your thinking mind, and as you have it, breathe into it, giving it awareness. And as you exhale, allow those thoughts, those words to simply drop through third eye, throat, into the heart. Inhale, expand it out. And as you exhale now, send all of that intention down the shoulders, elbows, wrists, into the space between the hands, a couple more times. Building up this chi. And press on chi, find the outer edges of that beautiful chi ball, feel that energy between the two, vibrate. vibrations, heat, perhaps the magnetic energy. Good. Separate the chi into two halves. Imagine it, mind leads the chi, just see it in your mind's eye as you pull down two halves, two beautiful balls of light in the palms of the hand. Elbows are out, the palms are facing in towards the thighs. Good. Open up your elbows a little bit. Beautiful. Chi loves round spaces. Open it up. Exhale out completely. Put the hands up. And inhale, rise, pull this energy up towards the sky. Again, the sun salutation, which is part gratitude and part cleansing form. Pause 2/3 of the way up. Knees soft, exhale out, chin and chest to sky. Inhale, bring it back in, rotating those shoulders up. Imagine that sun hovering right above the crown of the head, and as you pull it down, point those hands in towards the body, 45 degrees, that crown chakra. Relax the shoulders, take a deep breath in. And balls of light turn into two beautiful shower heads of light streaming out of the palms of the hands as you stream this energy down through the upper levels, running it right now just through the chakra system, down through the heart. Good. Adjusting the hands slightly as need be, holding down 45 degree angle. Coming to the tops of that root system, you plant it into the earth, release that energy, what no longer serves, clearing out, and wrap a good step around. I'm going to ask you to do the best you can to kind of stick with our pace a little bit, but it's looking beautiful.
I'm trying.
I know you are. So just keep doing it. Take a deep breath in, exhale out. Palms up, inhale. Gathering up more energy, tapping into all the external energy around us, pulling this energy up from the sky. Awesome, 2/3. Exhale out, release, open up heart, head chakras towards the sky, release it up out of the front. Inhale, bring it back in, rotating shoulders, there's that roundness in the elbows. Just grab that sun, imagine that you have that sun hovering right over the head, source of all light. Pull it down towards the crown, palms of the hands in towards the body, and continue on the exhale as you flow. About a 1 second count per chakra, so 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, so on and so forth. So you get down to 7, 1,000, which is about a 7-point breath. Flow it out, releasing what no longer serves, cleaning, letting go, washes down the system, into the roots, and on the earth to recycle and renew. She does it so well. Let's continue on. Inhale. It's called sun salutation with a full body rinse. Exhale, release. Inhale, ring. Chin level with the floor. Gaze forward, full awareness on the bottom. And flow it down. Flowing this energy now through skeletal, muscular, cardiovascular, neurological systems. Reconnecting what needs to be reconnected, clearing out what needs to be cleared out. Go, release it. Toss it around. Continuing on the breath, no pauses now. Hands up. Inhale out. Deep breath. Exhale out. Chin and chest. Release. Surrender. Thank you. Deep breath in. Gaze forward. Grab that sun, pull it down towards the crown, and continue to flow as you flow this energy down through. Tapping into deeper physical forms, brain tissues, heart tissues, lung tissues, organs. Creating the intention to let go what no longer serves, clear out. Heal what needs to be healed, release it, let it out. Let's do it one more time. And now relax. Exhale. Stop. Inhale in. Grab that sun. Pull it down to the ground. Creating the intention now to allow this energy to flow into whatever physical, mental, emotional forms it needs to. Opening up windows and doors for releasing. And get down to the tops of those roots. And when you get to the tops of the roots, just pause for a moment. Put the fingers down and out towards the earth. Take a deep breath in. Pull this energy in and down from the crown, and as you exhale, press, sending all of this energy, white light energy, down through the root systems, clearing out whatever muck you've got might remain, also giving her some amazing, beautiful, loving life energy. Thank you for taking our craft, making it good again. Literally. Energetically as well as literal, physically. Wrap it around. Good. Come back to it. Take a deep breath in and come to a palm-to-palm connection at the lower body. Let's go ahead and build up some new chi by inhaling out, breathing up from root and down from crown. Exhale, press. Inhale again. And one more time. Rainbow form. Point the palms in towards the body at the lower dantian. We'll be working with each one of the 7 chakras at this level. Take a deep breath in. Open up those elbows this time really round. So this is a closed form. This is an open form. And in totally awesome QiGong, we love open form much more than we do closed form. Divine breath. We like the balance of flow of energy. So pulling those hands in slightly towards the body, about an inch or 2, the palms of the hands facing towards the first chakra. Inhale, begin to extend and create a circular motion, staying at this level though, because what happens is you want to rise your hands up. So stay low. So it's a tinier circle here at the base, and creating an arch of light. See the color red. As you exhale, pull this energy, this red, visualize it, see it in your mind's eye, moving towards the body. Okay, let's do it one more time on the lower level. Inhale out. Beautiful rainbow arch of red coming to the crown, the crest of that arch. Exhale, press. Red energy light. Good. Inhale again, rise up one level to the sacral, right below the belly button. Just intuit where that is in your body. See it in your mind's eye. Exhale, orange. Inhale again, rise up one more level to the solar plexus. Beautiful, little bigger arch here. Yellow. Inhale again, rise. Arch up. Green arch of life as you build it. And exhale. Receive. Inhale again. Reaching up and out. Rising up to the throat. Good. Third eye, playful. And inhale, deep breath, reach up, 45 degrees, grab that sun, pure white light, all the colors of the rainbow as you pull it down through the spectrum, spectrometer that is your body. Come to the heart and pause. Point the palms out. Take a deep breath. breath in. And now exhale, releasing full-on beams of light, rainbow energy all around the earth. All the way to Japan and China. Point the palms down towards the earth as you just rotate the shoulders, ground that energy into the planet. Good. And float the hands back into a palm to palm, coming back in towards the body, starting down. One. Let's do it again. All right. Inhale out. Pulling energy up and down to root and crown. Wrap it around. Press. Red. Clear you out. You're not careful. Inhale out. Sacred orange. Inhale out again. Rising up to the solar plexus, round out arch. Exhale. Down. Inhale out again. Use that part. Beautiful green arch, round the shape, come to the crown of that arch, and exhale, press, streaming green in through the hands. Inhale out. Blue. One more time, third eye. Streaming violet, lotus. Reaching up. Grab that sun, pull it down towards the crown, pull it through. Palms out, take a deep breath in. Exhale, release now, flowing this energy, beautiful beams of energy, rainbow lights. I always like to visualize the Skittles commercial. Just rain Skittles all over. People are like, what's this energy coming down? It's coming for those guys in Asheville. Blow it, pound it into the earth, pound it back around. Let's keep on the breath. Let's do it one more time. Inhale out. Root chakra red. One level, just one layer, building the rainbow up one level at a time. Sacral chakra. Now, third level of solar plexus.
Should one be exhaling from the left?
Correct. Inhaling on the reach around. Inhale. Top of the inhale here. Exhale. Imagine the exhale creating more space. As you exhale out, more energy is flowing in. Inhale out. So it's inhale, 2 breaths. Inhale, oh, 1 breath. Exhale, 3. One more time. Got it. Inhale out. Throat chakra. Time up to the third eye. Inhale, reach, big, beautiful arch, violet, beautiful. Nice. And reaching up 45. Grab that sun, pull it down. Streaming white light as it comes in towards the crown. It breaks through the spectrum. Deep breath in, palms out, exhale, release. Send it all around. Palms towards the earth, slant it. Come to a palm-to-palm connection. Begin to connect the fingertips and thumb, coming into prayer hands. Flip the hands into the heart. Slowly inhale as you rise the hands up through the upper chakras. Coming into the higher, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 1000th. Begin to separate pinky, middle, those fingers, exhale, release. Rotate at the shoulder. Imagine a lotus opening up towards the sky in the crown of your head. Floating the hands all the way down towards the earth. And as the palms reach the earth, flip the hands into a palm to palm, open the elbows back out, and close those petals up. Like closing the flower at the end of the day. Good, let's do it again. Pinky, middle, pointer, thumb, Om Mani Padme. Put the hands in, elbows out. Slowly come back together to a palm to palm. Let's do it a few more times. Offering up our gratitude for the ability to have a practice, to be on this planet, to experience the energies in new and unique and different ways. Pinky, middle, pointer, thumb. Exhale, release. Put your hands in. Do it 2 more times. In, elbows out. And last time. One finger at a time. Open the palms. Exhale. Remember to do it in your hands. Into a palm-to-palm connection. Separate the hands and begin to rotate this energy, inhaling on one, exhaling at the other, pressing this energy down into a beautiful seed, like making a meatball. Vegetarian, of course. And pressing it down into a tiny seed which will plant this practice, because the practice really never ends. Our intentions, our attention, and retention of capabilities are constantly flowing. See an apple, seed, orange, pomegranate, mustard, whatever it is, it's your cheek, your seed. Simply hold it, honor it, remembering our intention and our gratitude for receiving. Take the top hand, place it under the bottom. Deep breath in, bring this up to the heart chakra. As you exhale, press this energy in towards that space, planting this energy, this beautiful seed in towards and into the heart. Allow it to take root, allow it to germinate. And it will continue to grow with the many, many beautiful intentions that you have set already for yourselves, and many more that you have set in the future now is to come. And begin to inhale, rotate around, tiny little circles, doesn't matter which direction. And we'll do this 9 times from small to big. 3, 4. You're still and coming into the lower chakras and the first throat. Coming off the body into the upper chakras. 6, 7. Smoothing out killing and fertilizing field. Dig now 9 into all the uppers and all the lowers, coming down to the base. And reverse big to small. Inhale up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Reconnecting around 4, coming back towards the center of the heart. 3, 2, take a deep breath in. And exhale out. Release the hands, shake it off. Go ahead and shake off fingers, toes, pop those ankles, knees, whatever you need to. And we'll do 3 closing breaths. Inhale up. Palms together. Exhale down to the heart. You may repeat after me. With this practice, I empower my mind.
With this practice, I empower my mind.
Exhale out, shake it off. Inhale, rise. Exhale down. With this practice, I heal my body.
With this practice, I heal my body.
And shake it off again, and release it, let it go. Inhale, rise. With this practice, I connect my heart and soul.
With this practice, I connect my heart and soul.
It's a privilege and an honor to share this practice, whether 2 or 200 or 2,000 show. I appreciate your time and sharing your energy and willingness with me today as well. I wish you a beautiful Monday and every day. And bid you namaste. Namaste. Good job.
I hadn't done that. I really liked that.
Yeah?
That was so good. You're digging this slowly, the bigger, the bigger, the bigger.
Good.
Winding it back in.
Awesome. Good. Yeah. There's lots more where that came
Thank
from.
you so much for sharing.
Yeah,
Awesome.
thank you. I appreciate it.
I really appreciate it today. It was